If you need motivation to lose your weight, you're doing it completely wrong. Let me explain. Most people don't fail at losing weight, they fail at maintaining their weight, which is different things. And trust me, I've been through this cycle a lot of times. Starting in 2018 in my first national swimming competition, I wanted to beat everyone, so I decided to do a cut, speed jacket and swim faster. It goes well, but at the end I started to be fat again. And I did a cut in 2019 to get rid of my belly. Then I started again in 2020, 2021. During 2022, I also did the cycle, and in 2023, I decided to change. I decided to adapt my diets for all the year. I started to create a system, and this is my physique at the end of 2023. That's the physique that I had in 2024 without doing a cut. Now I'm working 40 hours a week. I have way less time for the gym and for the main activities, and that's my physique. So in this video, which is really raw, I also apologize for my bad English and my bad vocabulary. I still hope you will understand my video. I will explain to you the main principle to respect, the main skill to master, and the system that you need to build to have a proper diet and stay lean all the years. So I decided to talk to you about weight loss, how to lose it efficiently, how to lose fat efficiently, because most of you don't want to lose weight, they want to lose fat. The weight, the number that you see, it's nothing. You just want to get rid of your belly, and you don't know how, or you may think you know, that your system is not good. So, because I've gone through this cycle a lot of times, I've quite the experience to say that everyone needs his own system. I will just give you the main principle to stick in if you want to stick to. Doesn't matter. If you want to lose weight efficiently, I will tell you the main thing to respect and to make your life and your weight loss way better, one easier. And doesn't matter if you're a gym bro, doesn't matter if you have a little amount of time to focus on your goals, or you have the entire day, it doesn't matter. You will end up with a good result, and because you're kind, you will share with me your results so we can discuss about it. The first thing you need to understand, and I think it's the first pillar, you should start like this: do not starve yourself. It's the worst thing you can do, and you won't lose weight by starving yourself, by eating way less than you used to do. It's the worst mistake you can do. So don't do that. I will explain to you why, but don't do that. Don't starve yourself, it's useless. And you will just create alimentation trouble, so fix it, and I will explain to you how to fix it and why it won't make you lose weight. So let's say, for example, that you're eating, I don't know, fast food. You have a normal diet, you're eating pasta, you're eating good breakfast, okay? And you think that in order to lose your fat, because you want a big and shredded body, when I say big, I say muscular body, okay? You think that you need to eat less, okay? So let's say that you will cut off your ration by 2, okay? Maybe not 2, but a lot, and the result will be just a weight loss for like a week, and then you will stay at the same weight, but you will be more tired. Your hormone will be a mess, okay? So it's not optimal. Basically, you're just not putting enough gasoline in your body to work properly, and that way you won't even lose the thing that you want to lose. You will lose weight, but you will not lose your fats, okay? So let's say that you're cutting off your diet, okay, and you're now at 1600 calories, you were at like 2400. So you'll think that by putting less fuel in your body, you will just lose and burn the thing that you don't need to stay healthy, which is not a bad conception, but that's not the reality. Because the thing that you forgot is the metabolism adaptation. So by putting less fuel in your car will just last no longer 400 kilometers, but maybe 200, okay? And it will be the same for your body. You will just feel more tired. And because you will feel more tired, you will do less activities. And at the end, you won't really lose weight. You will just be really hungry, tired, and you won't work properly. You won't lose your weight. Your body will adapt your new maintenance. You will, yes, indeed, you will lose weight, but not your fat. And you will lose it in the first week or the 2 first. And then you will be cooked, okay? So that's not the good and the proper way to do it. I'm talking about the average person, because if you're like in, I don't know, morbid obesity, you're like 6 foot and your weight is 120 kilograms, yes, you will still lose a bit more weight and fats, because your body will just have more resources to get rid of before adapting to your new diet. But for some people it will maybe even not the case, so you will just be less active, and even if you're 100 kilograms, eating 1800 calories a day won't make any difference. So what can you do instead? The thing is, you probably don't need to eat less or more, depend on a lot of things. But remember that starving yourself will just won't be the solution, okay? Instead, maybe what you should do is to just change your alimentation, okay? Maybe you should eat the same volume, but just not the same food, okay? So let me explain. Maybe the first thing is to stop fast food for your diet. I think it's pretty logical that eating a food which is full of sodium, added sugar, saturated fat, which won't be good for your body, okay? So yeah, that's the worst thing you can do. For now, that's just logical. Replace fast food with meals that you like, even if you like, I don't know, lasagna, pizza, whatever you want. But like, go to the grocery store. I mean, it's the first step. It won't make any big changes, but that's the first step. Having a good system, okay, guys, is the key. And having a good system is having a system that won't change you mentally, that won't change your mind, okay? It needs to be an easy system, a sustainable. The most important thing is sustainable base. So if there is too much friction, you won't be able to stick to it. So if the first step is, instead of going to fast food, McDonald's, Burger King, I don't know, just like eat half a pizza, okay, there will be probably still less calorie. When I mean the pizza, it's the one that you will buy at the grocery store. It's not perfect, okay, but if you're starting from really the worst case, maybe you should do that, okay? Just get rid of all the sodium. That will just help your body to keep more water. You will do less water retention by doing less to the fast food and eating less junk food. So now let's say that you already don't go to the fast food. You're stuck because you're eating less, but nothing changes. As I said, it's probably because of your metabolism, which are already adapted to a new diet, so it's not changing anything. So here maybe you should go to a website called what is the name? I will put it in the description. I think it's FTDE calculator. Okay, basically it's calculating your needs throughout the day, and maybe also for one day install MyFitnessPal. Okay, really great application. All the food that you're eating need to be stored in a day. Okay, I'm not telling you to just stick to it during 1 month. Start with the basics. So maybe the thing that you need is simply to increase your quantity. Obviously increase your quantity of pasta or rice, I don't know. It needs to be easy to digest, so even if it's liquid, that's even better. Okay. Not a food that is containing too much added sugar. Okay, and normally you will be good. Okay, that's the first step, but you need to be slow. Okay, because if it's too fast, it won't be sustainable. So maybe you think I'm saying only logical things, but that's really the first step. Okay, this video will be only about the first step, and then I will go further. So now, let's say that you are giving enough calories to your body to work properly. What will be the difference? You probably will feel less tired. Your brain will work better, so it will be easier. Your metabolism will consume more calories. I know it's a pretty wild thing, but the more you eat, the more your bodies will consume your energy, so it will be more efficient, and that way, with the next step, you will see a big difference in your weight loss. So now we are going through the second pillar of how to lose weight, and more specifically lose fat efficiently. Because remember, you don't want to lose weight, you want to lose fat. For now, the weight person that you're using as a tool to monitor your weight is useless, as long as you didn't master the 4 pillars. I hope my English is good. Okay, you will understand, I'm pretty sure, what I mean. So the next misconception that you have is that by doing more cardio, you will lose weight faster and fat faster, which is true for some of you, but false for most of you. I will explain you the reason why. So why doing cardio is bad for you? Because most of you haven't been in cardio for years. Most of you are not used to do cardio. So what will be the result of doing cardio? First result will be an extreme fatigue that will make you at the end burning less calories, because you don't know how to manage your body when you're doing high intensity cardio, okay, or just cardio. When I say high intensity, if you're not used, even if you're like beginner and you think that you are running slowly, your body will be traumatized. Okay, you will experience really intense fatigue, you will be exhausted. So yeah, doing cardio will make you burn way more calories during the moments, but for the rest of your day you will just be in recovery mode, and you will at the end burn less calories, which is not what you want. So don't do that, guys. That's pretty terrible idea. So just to be clear, when I talk about cardio, I'm talking, for example, about running, if you're not used to, okay? I'm talking about swimming, biking, and this section is especially for the people that think that starting these activities will make them lose weight in in a more efficient way, and will be at the end disappointed with the result. By the way, guys, doing high intensity cardio or just cardio, if you're not experimented, you will most likely you lose carbs and your muscle, not your fats. So again, you won't do that. You don't want to do that, because you will lose weight and your muscle, but your fats will still be here. And that's not what you want. You want to lose your fat. So it's a bad idea. It can be a good idea in the long-term system, but don't start with high-intensity cardio. I mean, that's the first rule. And I'm not here to say don't do that, and that's all, okay? I will give you some solution and some things that you can do instead. So, what you need to understand is that you don't need to do cardio to lose weight. You need to be active, because your body is constantly adapting to your main hobbies, to what you're doing in a normal day. And if you're living in the forest like me, or just in a pretty good looking city, start working. Not 10-20 kilometers a day, that's just bullshit. Start with 2,000 to 4,000 additional steps every day. It's an average, guys. So if you don't have the time during the week to work more, do it during the weekend. Find your time, okay? And because you will be more active, you will burn more calories passively, and your body will adapt. It's not really energy consuming. You're not destroying your brain by walking. It's not a high intensity effort. Working may not be the solution for everyone, but that's a good thing, because while keeping the same diet, so the thing that we talked about during the first pillar phase, you can still stick to. You can still eat the same amount of calorie. You can also eat more, but it's better to increase your activity by doing low stress activities than just cutting off your diet. And that's the thing that I'm actually doing for my diet, and it worked pretty well. I'm not losing a lot of weight, but I'm losing a lot of fat, and that's what I want, so that's perfect. When I talked about passive activities, low efforts, low intensity, I'm talking about activities that you're doing. It can be work, it can be even in clean work. In clean work is the best exercise that you can do if you want to lose weight, honestly. It's like a game changer, because it takes less time. You will be in the good heart rate zone. Remember, zone 1 and zone 2 are the best zone to lose fat while you're doing an exercise. So remember, guys, the best activity to lose your fat is activity that makes your heart rate between zone 1 and zone 2, okay? When you're doing nothing, you're in zone 1. And the best and the most optimized zone to lose your belly is the zone 2. So why zone 2 exercises are the best for fat loss? Because these exercises are the perfect ratio between not giving enough intensity that requires carbs in your body to consume. So basically, when you're doing zone 2 exercises, your body can burn fats, okay, to compensate your activities. And if it's too much, the ratio will change and you will burn more carbs than fat, and that's not what you want, because the carbs are the main nutrients for your muscle growth. So yeah, stick to zone 2 activities or zone 1, like what I'm doing now. What I'm doing now is just work. If you have free time, instead of just procrastinating and staying on your phone, go for a walk, listen to a podcast, music. Be active, and you will see a big changes in your body composition. Maybe not your weight, but your body composition will change a lot. By the way, guys, remember that I'm not a doctor, I'm not a scientist. I'm just giving you the added value that I have with my experience. So you are free to take it or not. But I'm pretty sure that for most of you, if you stick to the system that I'm giving, it will work. It will work because it's just logical. The metabolism is real, the adaptation is real, and you are focusing on the wrong things. And that's what I'm trying to explain. That's my main goal. My main goal here is to make you focus on the right thing and to make it simple. Because while doing simple things, that's big changes, you will be able to maintain it during a long period, and you will change your body without putting too much effort. And that's pretty what you want, okay? You don't want to be traumatized, you don't want to have trouble behavior with alimentation. So that's the thing that you want. You want to change, but change with an easy path. So now let's say that you have some experience with running, with swimming, with biking. So do what you want. Do what you want. I mean, if it's a low effort, you can run, you can swim. I'm running, okay? I run since I'm 7 or 8. It's been like 15 years. So yes, I run to lose weight and it works. But you need to remember that if you really want to run, you need to do it progressively. So now, let's say that you're a more active person, or you were a non-active person, but you followed the step that I gave you, and now you're an active person. Maybe you are already used to do running, biking, or swimming, which are the main good activities to lose your weight. How can you manage it? How can you use this tool to make you burn your fat faster, but not through going into depression because you don't have any energy left at the end of your day? So my advice for the people that want to do sports, which are really, really good, to help them to lose more fat, my advice to you is keep it simple. If you haven't run since, I don't know, you haven't run for 6 years, let's say, you may not want to start with a 10-kilometer intensity. Instead, start your week by running 2 or 3 kilometers, or even 1, okay? You need to not burn the step, because you will burn yourself. I'm not gonna talk too much about the steps that you need for your activities, because it depends a lot on you. But basically, just start simple, easy activities. Don't go high intensity. Keep your heart in a low heart rate. As I said, zone 2 is the best. Zone 3 can still be good for runners or swimmers. So your goal will be to start with little activities, even especially if you are starting or if you haven't been through this cardio activities for a long time. So start really peacefully, maybe 1 time a week, 2 times a week. And when you will be used to it, you will eat obviously more to compensate, especially carbs. You need to eat a lot of carbs. And good fat, for example, the fat that there is in the dark chocolate, the fat that there is in almonds. Not too much, but that's the right one that will help you to recover faster, not feeling tired after your activities. So yeah, don't feel ashamed to eat more. You will need to eat more if you are doing activities, but you will still see a big changes in your body composition, and that's what you want. So now let's say that you are eating correctly, probably more than before, but you're an active person and your body composition is changing. You're happy with all results, but you want to go further. You maybe want to see your abs, you maybe want to be jacked, you maybe want to have a summer body, whatever you want, but you want to go further. So now we can go with the monitoring of your body. So the third pillar is the monitoring. It's quite strange. I didn't talk about it earlier, but it's because if you don't master the two first pillars, monitoring is useless. And when I say monitoring not all the day, but knowing every day what are your exact macro and what are your exact calories, how to understand how your body behave, how your weight change, and know that will be your main focus. So now I want you to use the weight person every day, and what you will do is quite simple. Instead of looking at the changes that there is every single day on your weight person, which are really subjective, which are really depending on your digestion, the time where you eat, your water retention, do an average. Do an average of your weight of the week. Oops. I need to be careful there. Oh, fuck. By doing an average, you will see the real changes. So now you want to know the exact calories that you are giving to your body, or at least the exact macros. So for example, you need to know exactly what you are giving every day. Obviously, you don't need to fit everything in my fitness pal. So yeah, the thing that you wanna do now is to weight your carbs. For example, me, I eat around 300 grams of pasta or rice, don't care, okay, and 200 grams of meat every day to fit my macros, and that's what matters. You want to adapt your diet to your exercise activity, but you should already know that, okay, with the past steps that you are already mastered. You know that you need to feed yourself enough to restore your body after your activity, and you need to understand that, as I said, metabolism will be the key to lose your fat. So with your average, you will understand your behavior, your body behavior with what you eat, with the activity, and know that's where you can make changes. You can reduce or add a bit of glucids, carbs, or I don't know, maybe just increase your activity a bit or less. See what are the main changes mentally. So if you're tired or not, if you can stay in shape all the day, or you need to eat more. And when I say eating more, I say, remember, eating properly, not fast food. But normally you should know that already. So by playing with your average macros consumption, by playing with the amount of calorie that you need during the day to stay in shape, to stay healthy, to be active without being tired, you normally should see the adaptation of your body. It's just pure logical, guys. By putting more exercise, by having a better alimentation, or even if it's not good, okay, you're still eating cereals, you're still eating a lot of sauce in your pasta, okay, as long as you fit your macros, it will be still good. You need to remember the right threshold, so especially for the protein, not going too low, at least 1.4 kilograms, 1.4 grams of protein per kilograms of body weight, and you'll see big changes. So let's say that you're still not satisfied. You eat correctly, the right amount. You're doing more activity. You're an active person. You're not procrastinating anymore for your activities. You know to manage your energy during the day. You monitor what you're doing. You monitor your weight. You monitor what you eat. You weight your alimentation. You're still not satisfied. Maybe the next step, have nothing to relate with activity or alimentation. Maybe you should master something else. Maybe now the thing that is missing is your sleep time. I know that in social media, a lot of people are saying that they need 5 hours, 6 hours. Maybe you don't have a good balance still in your life because of a lot of reasons. Not here to judge you, but your sleep is not good. Try to fix it. At least 7 or 8 hours. Try to sleep at the same time every day, even during the weekend. Obviously, you have the right to go to the party. Okay, you have to hang out with your friends. It's really important. But yeah, maybe the sleep is the thing that is missing. And with a proper sleep, your body will work properly, and all the pillars that you mastered before will be even more efficient to your body, and maybe your body composition will evolve faster in the good way, obviously. So guys, now you need to understand that I trust you completely. You will be able to have a good body. You will be able to lose your fat. If you understood the main principle of what I said, you will have a good body weight. Maybe it will take time, but it won't be hard, and you will see progress. For every pillar that you will master, you will go further, your body will adapt, and you will be satisfied with the results, okay? So, feel free to share with me your experience. You only have to put the work in, and I fully trust you. You will manage to do it. If you liked the video, don't forget to subscribe or put a like and comment if you have anything to say. It's a video for beginners, I would say. If you want to go further, I can do a video for advanced. It's pretty long, but I like to do this kind of raw formats. I haven't prepared anything. I just wrote the 4 pillars for me, and no, you just have to stick to. So see you for the next video. I have a lot of things in preparation, so subscribe to not forget anything, and be happy, guys. That's the most important.